you bring a certain type of understanding when it comes to these. When they were coming out of me, I mean, when I tell you it was a fight, a literal fight, and I can tell the fight. The fight was not only physical; that it was a spiritual fight that was going on. Um, Not only was I fighting for my life, I was fighting for my soul. You know, so I appreciate how you have broken it down um, to the different demons.
Yes, there are a lot of them. Categorically speaking, we have the protozoas, and these are the hardest to detect because they're almost, as I said before, invisible to the naked eye. They go from host to host. They lay their eggs. They can travel from insects to bigger animals, and then when we consume those animals, then they're transferred. The protozoas, for example, Sarcondia, amoeba, entamoeba, these ones are totally invisible. So a lot of people will be carrying these as hosts, and they don't even know that they are carrying them. In addition to that, our peoples always live by water, and so for example, with the schistosomiasis, it's a water-borne parasite, and it goes through the skin where it lays its eggs, and it has a lifespan of inoculating the host. That means that the host can go through a long time
Mhm.
not knowing that the schistosomiasis is inside of the system itself, unless diagnosed. And knowing that we've always been either by the River Jordan or by the rivers of Babylon somewhere, these particular parasites have been passed down to us. And many of us have been living with them and not knowing, because the immediate symptoms are not always detectable, unless, of course, you do a stool sample, a stool testing to actually find out if these parasites are here. Categorically speaking, we have our protozoas, we have our sporozoas, and we have our elements. The elements are mostly tapeworms, roundworms, flatworms, and they are visible to the human eye. These can be passed out by using bitter herbs and
Mhm.
treatments of dill, Sarasi, for example, or what we call the bitter gourd,
Mhm.
and pretty much increasing the bitterness in our
Bitterness.
blood.
Yep. Yep.
When it comes to the sporozoa, which are almost plasmodium parasites, we have to take much more drastic methods to deal with that. At present, a lot of scientists are still searching for the treatments for these, because they are much more difficult to get rid of, and they actually do lay their eggs via the moon cycles,
Mhm.
which is also quite a good time for us to do our
The
cleanses,
parasite
since
cleanse.
that's
Yep.
the time in the full moon they are coupling, and they are actually laying their eggs. So they really are at a very vulnerable point in the body where they're staying stasis.
So I do mine 5 days before through the full moon and 5 days after. And then anytime, because I'm at the point where I can feel things moving in me. If I don't, for instance, if I don't wear cotton, if I wear any mixed fabrics, I can literally feel something crawling under my skin.
Hmm.
Hence the importance. Now I really know the importance of 100% um, fabrics on us, on our skin.
Absolutely. Linen, for example,
Linen is so good. I
is
love
very
linen and
key.
cotton. Yep.
Yes, and
So
cotton. Yeah. All the natural fibers. However, they
silk
can
too.
still live in
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
because they are also adapting. They are creating adaptogens that
Mhm.
allow them to adapt to their environments. The thing that a lot of people don't understand about these parasites, they are actually intelligent life force. They can communicate via frequencies. They can communicate through actually telepath. They are telepathic in so many ways, and so they send signals also to the host's brain,
Mhm.
so the host
Wrapping
can know
around the
they're bidding
nerve.
for them,
Yep. Yep.
um, and then the cycle of life continues
Continuously.
through some of these parasites can cause mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
They can cause schizophrenia, which is one of the main issues that we see today. Um,
Can you say the name of the parasite that is attached to schizophrenia so that
the
we can hear
schizotomitis
how
normally